Hello my friends, and welcome back to my library garden. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am going to be doing another reading for you, and I have two crystals here that we're going to look at, and then I'm going to pair those with two decks, and then whichever one calls out to you is the one that you can go ahead and watch and pay attention to, or if they both call to you, go ahead and stick around for both messages. So the first one we have is going to be my crystal quartz ball, and then my calcite ball. Let you see that again. My quartz ball, my calcite ball. So if you are more drawn to the calcite ball, we're going to be starting with my Smith & Waite deck. And if you are drawn to my crystal quartz ball, we're going to be doing my Crow deck by MJ McCulling. So just to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick blessing and saging of my area and my cards. I'm going to go ahead and use my wand for that. Beautiful wand. Little peacock feather, my sun. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and start by getting my sage ready. Get a good burn going on that. I hope everyone's week is going well. I was off today, and my fiance and I went to the woods and cut down a Christmas tree. Decorated it, and I'm here doing my video. So let's go ahead and start saging. Go ahead and start with saging you today. Just saying a little blessing. Alrighty, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my anointing oil. I had taken the rest of some anointing oil that I had been gifted, and I put it in some avocado oil and put some myrrh incense in there and blessed it to make my own anointing oil. So I just like to kind of take that, a little bit of that. Alrighty, and then of course, anoint me, you, my cards, all of it. Good, 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 good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put this back. Now the deck that we're going to start off with is going to be the Smith & Waite deck. Now again, that's going to be the one if you are drawn to the calcite ball. You're going to be using my Smith & Waite deck.
Oh, you're fine.
So I'm going to start by just shuffling these and getting a good shuffle going. Does anyone have any plans coming up? I'm just going to be working. Plans to go see my dad and grandpa hopefully later this week or next week. We're just going to be doing a 3-card pool with what I like to call a self-care pull at the end there, because I really like to use the last card as something to tell me like what I need to do, what kind of actions I need to be taking to really just set my plans in motion. Alrighty. So let's see what we've got going here. Let me put the rest of my cards in my bag. Isn't this bag just so cute? Alrighty. So the first one we got is Temperance. Just going to show you all the cards first, and then we'll go ahead and go over those. And the next one is the King of Swords reversed. And then the Ace of Pentacles. And then for my clarification card, I'm actually going to use this book called Tarot for Self-Care. And I got this from Amazon. It's a really good book that really just tells you ways that when you pull a card, how you can work on yourself spiritually, physically, mentally. And so this is a really nice book. It wasn't very expensive. I read the whole thing really quickly, so it's a really good one. So let's go ahead and start. Now, for this first card is Temperance. Now, what I get from this is definitely that there's a lot of balance in your life. You've been really working hard to create some balance in between work life, social life, home life, just whatever it is that you're creating balance in. Some type of inner peace that you're looking for. You're really doing a good job at restoring that balance within yourself. And it seems like you're pretty at peace with what's going on right now. Now, when we jump to the King of Swords, what we're seeing with this one, since this is reversed, is showing that you might have some impulses that you really want to give into. Maybe like that's financially or just something that's tempting you. Really be sure to keep your emotions in check and your mental in check, and make sure that you're not giving into those impulses. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. So this one right here is saying that there's a lot of safety and stability and comfort in your life that's coming your way, and that you're definitely prospering right now, and you need to make sure that you're focusing on the good in your life that you're prospering with, because you've been working so hard to maintain this sense of moderation in your decisions, and just anything that you do, you've really been working hard to contain peace within yourself, whether that's like boundaries with yourself or with other people. You're really working hard to do that, and this is just, good job, because it's really hard to do, and it's really hard to keep that peace. And don't let anybody steal your peace, because if somebody, if the price is your peace, that price is steep. So this clarification card, let's see, flip to the page of my book. Again, this is the Page of Cups. Now, the self-care activity says to maybe pot a few plants. Choose purifying ones that leave the air revitalized. Maybe switch up your hair care routine by trying some kind of new treatment like moisturizing mask or stimulating your scalp scrub. And reconnect with your intuition by meditating with Celestite, a crystal that helps create clear connections with the spiritual world. So this is just a cool, again, little book that I like to use for just some tips to really take care of myself. And then for those, if you already have plants, maybe do some trimming, some pruning, really take care of them. Or, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking time to try new things, new activities to heal yourself and maintain that inner peace, because you're fighting for it. And even though there's a lot of energy vampires out there, you're doing a great job at maintaining who you are and who you want to be inside. So good job. Now, we are going to be doing my pro deck. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Just look at those cards. Gorgeous, gorgeous. There's a lot of counterfeit decks out there of this Crow Tarot and J. McCollane. So if you get it, make sure you're getting it from the right person. You want the artist to be credited and profited for it. I'm going to go ahead and start doing these. And again, this one is the crystal quartz ball. It's definitely getting cold where I'm at. I didn't used to be a huge fan of winter, but I don't mind it now. As long as there's snow, I don't mind the cold. And one more to pull. Alrighty. So the first card on here is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. And this one is going to be reversed. So this means that there's possibly an opportunity you were looking forward to. And you might have lost the opportunity, or something didn't go right exactly how you expected. You've been manifesting it a lot, and sometimes the things that we manifest don't always come to fruition, and that can also be in like other terms, like people that pray for things don't always get them, but that can also be a sign that maybe it just wasn't the right time. It wasn't what you needed at this point. It might be what you want, but not what you need. And something that you need is going to come later down the line. Next we have the Chariot. Look at how beautiful these cards are. Beautiful, beautiful cards. So for this one, it's let's see. It's saying that the plan that you're working towards is definitely going to be a success, and that's where it comes into play with like what you've been manifesting. You're manifesting and it's coming to fruition. It's going to be successful, but it's just not time yet. It's getting there in the build-up. What you're waiting for is going to be so, like, it's going to be astronomical what comes out at the other end, because what you're seeing is this big, and what actually is going to come out is this big. So I mean, just keep working towards it, because there's a lot of obstacles that you feel have been in your way recently, and you're just going through and you're charging through them, and you're doing excellent. What you are doing right now is amazing, and don't let this shortcoming make you think that your efforts are wasted or that they're not worth it, because I promise you what you are doing right now is totally gonna pay off, especially when we see our last card here, which is the Five of Pentacles. And in this, we see that even when everything appears that when we think that everything is going perfect and we're like, oh, it's gonna go exactly this way, and we set ourselves up to be let down. How you see how there's different groups of crows. One is looking at the bottom, one group is at the bottom, one group is at the top. And so even when opportunities are lost, as long as we're looking for them, they're still there. Like these crows here that are looking in the light, they're searching for opportunities. and they're not letting themselves be left. They're not giving up. And so it's definitely a reminder to focus on who you are spiritually, and to remind yourself that you're doing a good job, because we tend to focus on those lost opportunities and give up and be like, oh, we're so hard on ourselves, we're so mean on ourselves. But don't be that person, because you're doing awesome. And just because something didn't happen now doesn't mean that it's not going to pay off later, because that reward at the end of this is going to be everything you have hoped and dreamed and prayed for and manifested for, and it's all going to be worth it. Now, this card speaks enough for itself that I don't really think we need to do a tarot self-care one, but we will do one anyway. But I just want to say with this one is the High Priestess. Now, this is a very, very powerful card. Very powerful. It's a divine card, divine guidance card. So for this one, we're definitely seeing that there's a lot of intuitive power within us, and we need to really bring out that divine knowledge and our connection with our higher selves. I consider ourselves to be sparks of every being. We're all part of each other, and our higher beings are also us. We are part of them. And so our High Priestess is our higher power within ourselves, our higher intuition. So get in touch with that. And this card also says that we want to pay attention to dreams and symbols that we see and that come our way, because symbolism is powerful and dreams are really powerful, and it's really important that we pay attention to those, because they reveal answers and they can show us things that reinforce what we already know and that we're scared to know and scared to do. You've been pushing yourself so hard, and remind yourself, focus on your intuition, focus on your dreams, because they'll show you that you are going the right way. And we can do a quick reading from the tarot book. Let's see. Alrighty, now this one says sound healing, which is something that I'm going to close out with. Dive into your own consciousness and go into a meditative state. Let the vibration draw your mind inwards. Body. The High Priestess encourages you to be honest about challenges to work on yourself. Try an alternative body treatment and release deep-rooted tension. Or spiritually. Make time to think about what's motivating you. Be honest with yourself about where you're at in your journey, what goals are your intentions, and what obstacles stand in your way. Evaluate a plan of action. So, based on that card, I really want to bring out, have a bunch of crystals here. Let me pull out my amethyst. I really want to take this amethyst, and I'm going to take it with the anointed wand and really send this energy your way. Amethyst is powerful for dreams and intuition. There we go. Now, I would like to close out for everybody with one of my rituals decks. Now, this is called the Wild Rituals deck from Tamed Wild. They have all these different spells on them that you can go to. Very, very pretty cards. Look at how pretty. Gold, gorgeous. So let's pick a card for those. And it looks like the theme for today is going to be self-care. So this is definitely to regenerate, reinvigorate, and rejuvenate yourself and bring yourself closer. So definitely it says to try to have a spa day with yourself. No appointment needed for a massage or anything like that, but just set the intention and start filling up your body. Let your body speak and tell you what it needs the most. From the top of your head to the down to your toes, pour yourself some tea or some wine, indulge in dark chocolate, and read notes. Begin your physical and spiritual roadmap back to health and back to yourself. This is, again, the Wild Rituals deck from Tamed Wild. Very beautiful deck. I love all of their stuff that you can get from their website, tamedwild.com. And then at the bottom here, it says to set the intention for the self-care, which is an affirmation to say. My body tells me what it needs. I make the time to listen. I heed my vessel's call. So just make sure that you're focusing on yourself and self-care that is needed this week. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.